Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. By now, you might have heard about the Saturday, May 2nd shooting of Officer Brian Moore in Queens, New York. Every media station is using the same image of him in front of the green screen, just like the officers shot late last year, December 20th. We got this story. Two officers shot. Their images are in front of a green screen, wearing black suits, black tie. Doesn't even look like a real police uniform. The name gematria for both of these gentlemen was 46. The date numerology was 46. Everything about it was 46. The word hero equals 46. And I mentioned that the word ministry also equals 46 because in the days that followed, they gave us the stories about Wen Jin Lu, the hero, who had a ministry, a street ministry. Everything about the story was coded with 46, but the only images they could give us of the two men, despite these big stories, were these. Two guys in front of a green screen. So now we get the story of Brian Moore, another New York police officer, supposedly, standing in front of a green screen. And Truth Seeker, I've been saying this for a long time. In television, the number 113 is coded in so often. Words like green screen, mainstream, and dishonest all sum to 113. Mainstream even ends with a 113 coding in the lettering. In the Bava Kama Jewish holy text, it's rule 113a that says a Jew can circumvent a Gentile, that's a non-Jew, by lying. What do you know? And here we get a media ran by Jews that every day is more and more lies, which becomes the knowledge base for the nation of morons who haven't figured out that their media lies to them every day. And me, who's been ranting about this for almost every day of my life since 2001, is just in complete disbelief by 2015 that more people aren't awake. I'm glad that many have awoken, but still, it should be a way bigger number. It's just astounding. It tells me that there has to be some sort of magical spell over the populace, like at the beginning of a Disney movie. Once upon a time, in a land far away, all the people were under the spell of the Wicked Witch. You know what I mean? And that place was America in 2015. Here we go.
Live from the CBS Broadcast Center in New York City, this is CBS 2 News at 11.
This is a painful day for all New Yorkers. This was an unconscionable act of violence.
Breaking news in Queens. A police officer shot in the head, undergoing surgery right now at the hospital.
I just want to let you know, Truth Seeker, the phrase shot in the head has a gematria of 64, the flip of that 46 number that was huge in the last story. Let's continue.
The NYPD praying for one of their own while searching for clues and answers. I'm Cindy Hsu. The suspect is under arrest tonight. Police used their own cruiser to rush the bleeding officer to the hospital. We have team coverage of this breaking story. Let's start now with CBS 2's Matt Kozar. He's live at Jamaica Hospital where the mayor and police commissioner just spoke. Matt?
Well, Cindy, we just got an update a few moments ago. They told us that 25-year-old officer Brian Moore is in critical but stable condition. He was shot in the face. Right now, he's in surgery here at Jamaica Hospital. The shooting happened just after...
True Seeker, I just want to point out that Jamaica, with simple English gematria, sums to the number 38. Just like the word death. The perfect hospital to go if you're going to die. And look at this license plate down here. Is it just me, or is there a number 74 there? Maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe not. There's probably a reason it's on the screen.
After 6 o'clock this evening in Queens Village, near the intersection of 212th and 104th Streets, the police commissioner telling us that Officer Moore was in plain clothes driving an unmarked police car with his partner in the passenger seat when they saw a 35-year-old man adjusting something in his waistband. The commissioner says when the officers pulled their car right behind the suspect opened fire, hitting Officer Moore before he could exit the vehicle. Moore was rushed here to Jamaica Hospital, which has a level 1 trauma center. Moore's partner was uninjured. Officials gave us this update just a few moments ago.
Officer Moore was seated in the driver's seat, and officers...
Oh, good God, Truth Seeker. This was the same guy speaking about the two officers I was just talking about from back in December. It was also Bill Bratton reading off... Just look at him. Does this guy look like he's made for TV? Just stares at the thing, reads off it, and probably gets paid a lofty salary for being the chief liar that he is. The name Bill Bratton sums to 44, just like the word officer, just like kill. Here we go.
So Jansen was in the passenger seat when they observed a male black, in his 30s, walking and adjusting an object in his waistband. Officer Moore positioned the vehicle behind the suspect and inquired about the suspect's actions. The male immediately removed a firearm from his waistband and turned in the direction of the officers and deliberately fired several times into the vehicle, striking Officer Moore in the head.
It is a painful day for all of us. It's a painful day for all New Yorkers. It is a painful day for all members of the NYPD.
Now, surgeons won't speculate on Moore's prognosis, but police say they are hopeful. You can see a number of them standing right behind me. Moore comes from a police family. Both his father and uncle are retired cops. Reporting live from Jamaica Hospital.
Perfect. A gang of goons. With regards to all these shootings, they always have the number 33 coded in it, and this time it's an easy one. It's just that it's the police are involved. Police with the 33 gematria. Proof of their Freemason ownership. If you go to a web search right now and type in police badges Freemason and look at all the images that come up, you'll see a million that have the square and compass for Freemasonry that are on the police badge. The police are owned and operated by the Freemasons. That's why they're always... think about every hoax we get. Who is the authority that justifies the hoax? It's some police officer. Some police spokesperson. Notice that the officer who died was 25, just like Freddie Gray, another coded story. 25 has a numerology of 7. 2 plus 5 equals 7. We got that Christine LaGuardia speech recently, all that 7 crap. But let's look at the name of the officer. Brian Moore. Brian sums to 44, like the word kill. Moore sums to 66. And this happened in New York, the 11th state. If you sum 1 through 11, you get 66. 44 plus 66 equals 110. Number with 11 numerology. So he's got an interesting name in gematria. Multiples of 11s. Kill number. New York connection. The suspect, notice that before the police chief just identified him as a black man. Well, look at his name. Demetrius Blackwell. They even got to put the name Black in the last name. But you know what's so bad about Demetrius, Truth Seeker? If you've seen my post, I've been teaching all about why they code the number 42 over black men. Demetrius sums to 42. The number stamped on black men. Why? Because it means nigger. And that's how most police look at black men. That's why they become police. Wouldn't surprise me if in the interview, sometimes that gets asked in the right police departments. Do you refer to black people as niggers? Well, then you're hired. Welcome to the club. Encore. With regards to black hatred and the hatred being so deep it's coded into our language, another thing I've been listening to on talk radio, it's always the same thing when you turn on the stations that are labeled conservative. The hosts are on there talking about the deaths of these young black men, and instead of talking about the injustice that black Americans put up with, they instead stick to the argument of how long of rap sheets these men have, such as Freddie Gray. Media headlines were put out there that he had a rap sheet. Now here's Demetrius Blackwell, the person accused of this shooting hoax, and they say he has a long rap sheet. You know what else is interesting about the initials DB for Darius Blackwell, Truth Seeker? D's the fourth letter and B's the second. How many ways can they continue to code these numbers on black men and at the same time perpetuate their stereotypes? You know? It makes me sick turning into people like Sean Hannity and Bill O'Reilly, demonizing black people and their ongoing criminal histories. It's a narrative that is told with no sense of understanding or no looking at the real facts. There is truth to the fact that young black Americans are incarcerated at a greater rate than any other race in this nation. But there's a reason for that. And it's not because they're bad people. It's because we live in a society that systematically destroys minority groups, with black males at the spearhead of that. So just look at how these hoaxes are used in so many different ways. It's not just about police sympathy. It's also about stirring up this racial plot. And it's about burying truth. People just get all emotional and worked up. Never take the time to even research the real facts. All right, until next time.